You know exactly who someone is by watching how they treat their server at a restaurant. The cashier, the janitor, the person cleaning. That tells you everything about their character. Because it's easy to respect the CEO, the person who can advance your career, the connection that opens doors, the person with influence. That's not character, that's strategy. Character is how you treat the person who can't do anything for you, the person society says doesn't matter, the person everyone else walks past without seeing. Jephthah said to them, "Aren't you the ones who hated me and drove me from my father's house? Why do you come to me now when you're in trouble?" Judges 11:7. They rejected him when he was nobody, drove him out, treated him like he didn't matter. Then they needed him. Suddenly, he was valuable. Suddenly, he was worth their time. But he remembered. He remembered exactly how they treated him when he couldn't help them. Here's what separates a person who follows God from everyone else. They treat the janitor and the CEO with the same respect. Not because both can help them, because both bear the image of God. You walk into a building, security guard at the door, executive in the elevator. Who gets your eye contact? Who gets a greeting? Who gets actual respect? If it's only the person who can help you, that's not respect. That's networking. And it's hollow. You will always reap what you sow. Galatians 6:7. You treat people like they're disposable, like they only matter if they're useful. That comes back. Not always immediately, but life has cycles. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. And the people you dismissed when you were climbing, they remember when you pass them as you fall. Look at your conversations. Who do you respond to? The person who can help you advance, or the person who just needs help? Who gets your time? The connection that matters to your career, or the friend who's struggling? Your answers reveal your character. Modern culture tells you to network up. Only invest time in people who can help you level up. Cut anyone who's not moving as fast as you. Hustle culture says respect is earned by status. The Bible says something different. Everyone deserves respect because everyone bears God's image. Period. The janitor cleaning the locker room, made in God's image. The person serving your food, made in God's image. The homeless person you walk past, made in God's image. The co-worker everyone ignores, made in God's image. That's the standard. Not their usefulness to you, not their status, not what they can do for your career, their inherent value as image bearers of God. When you were at your worst, sinful, rebellious, with nothing to offer God, Christ died for you. Not because you were useful, because you were valuable. That's how you're supposed to treat people, based on their value to God, not their usefulness to you. Stop criticizing others, or it will all come back on you. If you forgive others, you will be forgiven. Luke 6:37. It comes back. How you treat people when you don't need them determines how they treat you when you do. You're dismissive, you'll be dismissed. You're disrespectful, you'll be disrespected. You only show up for people who can help you. When you need help, nobody shows up. Here's what this looks like today. The person at the front desk, look them in the eye. Use the name on their name tag. Show the same respect you'd show their boss. The person cleaning, acknowledge them, thank them, treat them like they matter, because they do. The coworker who can't advance your career, help them anyway. Show up anyway. Respect them anyway. Not because it's strategic, not because you'll get something back, because that's who you are. That's the character you're building. A person after God respects everyone, not just the people who matter to their climb. Everyone. You want to know who someone really is. Look at how they treat people who can't do anything for them. Do they make eye contact with the janitor? Do they thank the person serving them? Do they acknowledge people society tells them to ignore? That reveals everything. And here's the ironic part. When you treat everyone with respect, when you see value in people regardless of status, people notice. The CEO notices. The executive notices. The person with influence notices. Because respect for everyone is rare. And people with real character recognize it in others. But most importantly, God notices. He sees how you treat the people everyone else ignores. And that matters more than any earthly connection. Jephthah could have refused to help the people who rejected him. They reaped what they sowed. But he helped them anyway. Not because they deserved it, because he was better than they were. He had character they didn't have. That's the standard. Strong enough to help people who didn't help you. Successful enough to show respect to people society says don't deserve it. Not getting revenge when the tables turn. Showing grace when you have the power to withhold it. Today, you're going to interact with people at every level. Some have status, some don't. Some can help you, some can't. Treat them all the same, with respect, with dignity, with the acknowledgement that they bear God's image just like you do. That's character. That's what separates people who follow God from people who just use God to network. Respect isn't based on status. It's based on the image of God, and everyone bears it. You will reap what you sow, so sow seeds of respect for everyone, especially for the people who can't do anything for you, because that's when it counts. That's when your character shows. Legion of the Lamb, servants united in His word.